welcome to Living with Ulcerative Colitis. I'm Maya, and today we are going to talk about 3 tips to lessen the effects of aches and pains associated with UC. For most people with UC, after being diagnosed with that or having an ostomy, you'll feel a bunch of fatigue, exhaustion, and sometimes just strange aches and pains that come and go. And these are my ways that I was able to remedy them. Exhaustion is something that I knew of having before I was diagnosed with UC, so it was probably my first symptom, and there wasn't really anything that I knew of the reason until I was diagnosed with UC, and they just said it's because you're tired. But I found that these 3 things. So the first one is a hot bath. And this helps because it moves the circulation. It helps the circulation of your digestive tract, which allows food to be digested, and that helps get rid of some of the aches or the bubbles in your stomach or the weird phantom sort of pains. And just relaxing in it, I found that it helps release your muscles, and it helps against muscle spasms and relieve stress. And if you are a person that likes taking scented baths, like with Epsom salts, then you can use it in that way, but just as long as you're sitting in the water and just relaxing in the water, that it helps circulate. My second way of dealing with the aches and pains is with a heating pad. If you're a girl, you know that when you're having cramps and stuff, you can put a heating pad on and it helps relieve. In the same way that having UC, if you put a heating pad, it helps break up the tension in your stomach or pelvis, and it helps get rid of the aches and pains that you feel as a result of your colon. And you don't have to be sleeping, you can just have the heating pad on your stomach.
Do you use a heating pad, Maya?
I use a heating pad during the winter, fall, and spring. I don't recommend using a heating pad in the summer. That blanket, I have a full-sized blanket. I started with like just a 3 foot by 1 foot heating pad, and it only went across my stomach, and that works pretty well for me. But I also found that sometimes the aches and pains can go to my pelvis, and they can start going down my thigh. So I got a full blanket size, and just wrapping yourself in it helps my pain to stop. And I don't really know why it works, but I just know it works. And then my third way is stretching. This can be done through yoga or Pilates, if that is your fancy. I prefer just the regular stretching. And there is also walking, which I also recommend stretching before you do, but the walking helps get rid of, it helps circulate the food in your digestive, just like how the bath does and how the heating pad does, but also it has the added benefit of digesting your food faster. And then if you have a problem with lack of appetite along with aches and pains, the walking will help relieve you of that problem, and you'll have an appetite when you finish walking. So but mostly it really helps. You can also, if you don't like walking and you prefer light cardio, squats also help.
Says the person who does not do squats.
I do squats every 3 months, okay? This is how you do exercise. You make a plan and you do it every 3 months. I do actually do stretching every morning. It's not actually something that is complicated or routine. I just wake up and I make sure I stretch my arm and I stretch my leg, and then I do like a full body stretch. And this is because sometimes with the UC, I find that when I'm sleeping, I will go in a tight, rigid type of position, and when I wake up in the morning, everything hurts. So the stretching helps relieve, and then the next morning I find out when I stretch that doesn't happen while I sleep. So those are my 3 tips. I hope that was helpful. Please like, share, subscribe, and press the bell for notifications. Bye guys!